going live. And we're live. Hey! All right. So, I don't know how well we're going to be heard.
It is lighting.
Yeah, the lighting is not great. All right. Let me see here. Let me get this set. Yeah, this is going to be great. This will be great.
It's going to be great.
This is, this is going to be. Okay. You think it'd be better up here? Maybe if I did.
You want to try, man. Try we would have probably some viewers, right? Maybe.
We're gonna. Yeah, I know they're. Yeah.
I know. We can see chat a little better, but
I mean, honestly, I already put in the description of this that it's going to be like a live premiere, more like than anything else. So we'll do this.
We're back here with Savage Productions out here tonight.
Savage Random Productions. I don't have an actual name for myself, other than just the channel name. I need to figure out a personal thing for myself at some point, but that's down the line.
That's down the line.
Yeah.
Well, tune in to live. We're going to be doing the live premiere of this podcast. We just watched Transformers: The Rise of the Beast, so we're going to be discussing about that and other things that we're discussing. So stay tuned, y'all. Stay tuned. Tap in.
That looks pretty good, if you ask me, because you got me there. I'll be there. It's not, and it's just like a little, like I said, this isn't going to be really. Oh yeah, this is great. Yeah,
that's great.
I might put it up a little bit because we don't need to see our lower half. Here, do that. Yeah, there we go. That's somewhat better. Anything back? Yeah.
Oh
yeah. All right. Did we get this?
Yeah.
What is the USB? Wait, what? USB 1, USB 2. Do we want to put the headsets on? We might.
Yeah, we have to. Yeah, we have to.
Yeah.
We're constructing a podcast, so.
Well, it's mostly constructed. The rest of it really, we can take this. Yeah. You guys, this only the live stream is going to see like the raw version.
Yeah, the raw behind the scenes.
The edit. I will be posting the edited audio with a picture of the thumbnail that I used, which I have not shown you yet. So I'll show you when we get
started. Yes.
As we're setting stuff up, what I ended up doing. Where do these go? Back here? Yeah, back here. So. Which is fine. It's a lot of cables and stuff, but it's fine. I got mine. Right channel, left channel. No.
Right channel, left channel. Yeah, which channel?
Alright, you want me to hook up the...
Yeah, you can hook it up for me, please, and thank you. Yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to upload it and just get...
Yeah.
I like to, I'm a YouTuber. So.
Yeah, I haven't gotten myself into that habit to remember to do the short stuff. I talk way too much to do constant. If I do YouTube shorts, I have to do stop motion first. Okay, so both headphones should be all set with that. Now we just need to get this so that way it starts recording.
Yeah.
And then we can turn this up and adjust from there. There's the record button. Did you already tell it to do record and multi-track?
I have not gone to that step yet. I think it's just the USB.
USB 1 can be used as stereo input and multi-track output device.
We can't do stereo.
No, we cannot.
Okay, so chat, on the story that we have instructed, right? The instruction says do not put this on stereo. I know we used to hearing stereo, but sometimes.
Well, it's more the editing. It's more the
editing. The editing bit will make this way easier.
Now, technically, when it comes to this, a lot of what we talk about when it comes to the technical stuff, you guys won't understand because obviously we're taking the class. So
we're taking the class.
If we, feel free to look stuff up if needed or whatnot. But we're doing this thing. USB 1 chat. Chat features mix minus for use and communication apps. Oh, you know what? That was something else I was going to do. I just remembered. I have
another mic.
Yes. So the basic plan, the idea was I
Yeah.
would set this up facing because it's a boom mic, so
It's a boom
everything,
mic,
so
yeah.
it's
It
a
picks up.
directional thing.
Uh-huh.
So what I could do. Where's the heat thing? Is this gets hot, but I don't. Because if I could do it.
If it tells you to overheat or something, you know.
No, it's just the computer always gets warm at the bottom, so I was just.
Yeah. Laptops always do get very much warm. Like it never overheats.
Like it is, yeah. I just don't remember. No, this is. Oh no, this is the exhaust right here. That's right. This is just a. This is just
don't block the exhaust. You will be fine.
No, yeah. So I'm gonna use this as a little stand to put my mic, so that way we can have my mic set up here. So that way we have a little way, hopefully, potentially, and we'll know if this works when I plug this in. Hello. Does it switch into microphone mode? I don't know.
You gotta change the input
in the settings.
Also YouTube.
Oh, in YouTube?
Yeah, YouTube. Because let me see. Go to edit.
Oh, that's mute.
Is there something edit? Click edit.
Edit. Oh, that's the information
That's the
stuff.
information.
Oh, customization. So there's my live chat stuff I was looking for earlier, but it's already the chat's already on.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Slow mode is on. Let me see. Oh. Hello.
Hello, is this mic? Okay, hold on.
Wait, no, I need to get to the. Here we go. This is the menu I need.
Yes.
Microphone access. Anyone using this device can choose if their apps have the. No, that's not what I need. I need Copilot. I want to switch Bluetooth and devices. Devices, scanner mode, devices, camera, mouse pad, pen, autoplay, USB. I don't have. It's not USB because this connects via headphone jack. Yeah. So.
So it might be. So when you're connecting some headphones, a little pop up
Oh, you mean like the the add device here? Wireless display dock.
That will connect to anyone.
No. View more devices. Headphones.
We'll check their audio.
Advanced, remove this. No, that's not what we would need. Oops, I just went out of the room.
You just went out of the
Whatever, I'm not gonna.
You're not gonna have to jingle.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. We can, as long as they can hear, as long as it's showing I
press
can.
1 if you can hear
I
us
don't even know if there's anybody watching. Oh, there is one person.
There is one person.
Is that one person or is that us? Does it count the person streaming when it counts people? Do you know? I've never been able to tell that.
Sometimes with that, let me check.
Oh, and I can do a share my screen thing if I wanted to in a live, but I don't want to do that. Can I make this go away? The window thingy and blow this up? That would be nice if I could do that, but actually, wait, can I just edit?
Oh no, it's looking clear. Yeah.
Oh, it is?
It's clear.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, so you have actually one viewer into there too. Maybe on my stream too.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just do that.
Okay. We'll just keep it simple and just do this. So I'm gonna take this off. And there's that. We gotta finish with this.
We gotta finish the setup.
Okay, so I'm assuming that since this talks about multi-channel, we want USB 1. Oh, no, it's just input. Okay, here we go. Mic 1.
2 Bluetooth. And soundboard. That's 2.
Drag and drop.
To rearrange your channels.
Okay.
So I just say.
So we don't need
Bluetooth.
Yeah, we don't need the Bluetooth. I don't know
Get the fuck out of here, Bluetooth. No offense.
No, yeah. Excuse the language.
Sorry.
Excuse the language.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I think putting
that.
it in slow mo is probably like, why is he putting it in slow mo?
I honestly, that's a lot. You know, if I was to do a stream, I would rather do it that way because then it's easier for me to keep track. Okay.
I would put it like
smart pads. What is a smart pad?
They're soundboards.
I know these. Yeah.
That's to customize effects and stuff. So you
Yeah.
add your sounds.
Dude, I don't think. Maybe
Just
we'll
hit
fart around with it
We'll
later.
fart around with it after. We'll fart around after.
All right, name your show. Wait,
default show. I think it's something.
let's just call it the name of the show. Which is
Yes.
just
Unscripted, Unfiltered.
Unscripted and Unfiltered. Why is this? There we go. Unscripted.
I got you. Let me see.
And Unfiltered. Unfiltered.
Yeah, I'll give them about 30 seconds because I can recheck quick. Like this only depends if
Yeah, but like I said, we don't really need to.
I know.
Respond to chat with the way that we have this set up.
Yeah. Oh well, we lost a viewer. We had 9.
That's honestly,
Yeah, honestly,
that's usual
content.
That's usual. For
Yeah,
me,
it's
so.
alright. No worries, man. No, I used to when I'm streaming on Twitch too. I get nothing except for the bots and shit.
Yeah, but once we start going here, you know, and this is it's not like, you know, I'm gonna have this so that way it goes to my channel so people can watch it later too if they want to, but then again, this is gonna be a long
Rude to me
stream.
that this thing is
So,
work.
you're gonna set up a stream on your computer?
Maybe.
Yeah, yours doesn't flip, so that's
I know mine does
interesting.
not flip. I don't know where I'm gonna put mine.
All right. Too bad those aren't more level because you could set it up there if you really wanted to.
It was leveled. I'm gonna just make my computers unleveled sometimes.
No, I mean the cases there.
Cases. Oh yeah, the cases. Yeah.
All right, unscripted and Oh, whoops.
Yeah. No, my computer's fucking dead. Oh no.
See, that's why I had mine plugged in the entire time.
Fuck! Well, I forgot to bring my charger. I ain't gonna delay much further because
Character profile. Let's do.
I'll probably do a short stream.
I'm gonna do this one. I'm not ready to go. I don't want to start recording.
I'm not ready, podcast.
Okay, so I don't want to record yet. I want to change how this. Smart pads, outputs, monitors, multi-track.
Multi-track, got you.
Recording. Multi-track recording is disabled. Multi-track pre-fader. Fader positions will be excluded from multi-track and post-fader.
Yeah.
All processing effects and fader positions will be included in multi-track. Did he say pre-fader? I thought that's what it was.
I think he said like post or pre. No, we're not gonna email him. We should.
It would be too late, and he's not one to use his phone very often. So
yeah, he doesn't.
Bypass. Wait, wasn't there something about pressing the bypass processing?
Yeah,
button?
he said click. Yeah, highlight that. I think highlight that.
Okay. Processing effects and fader positions will be excluded from multi-track.
Yes.
Okay.
So like if we decide if we want to put it in our effects.
All right. Cool.
That will be
Yeah, it's good thing because then we could do that.
I'm joking.
Right. Now, what is the button to tell it to keep it?
I don't know.
Do I just
really know?
Is that it? Did that keep the setting? Setting, outputs, multi-track. Yeah, so it keeps it just by clicking home. So that should be okay. There we go. All right, cool. So we can put this up, put this down. Cool. So this would be like Cool. Oh, I would have to hear it in the headset here. Let's see. No, I can't hear it. Oh, is this the effects? Oh yeah, this is the effects. Okay, so the effects is this one over here. So if we did decide to use any of the effects that we have here, what do we have? One that's just called music bed. What does that sound like?
It's like a music.
Oh,
intro.
it's like, yeah, so it's like, we'll be back after this
We'll
information.
be right back after these messages.
Yeah. Okay. We have an air horn, we have an applause, we have a record scratch, we have chimes, crickets, trombone, and rim shot. And those are just the default ones that they put for us. Oh, rim shot. That's what that is. Okay, so that's like if you were to do like a funny joke or something like that, you could do that. All right, cool. I'm gonna take off my Crocs because then that was not needed to say out loud.
All the people will be like, "What the?
Why is it? No, it's fine.
It's okay, Chad.
It's the whole point of unscripted and unfiltered.
Yeah, we're
That's
live,
the point.
so we're so yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly I'll be like, I'll say like something that'll be so cancelable by a lot of people.
I mean, okay.
No, not really. I don't really.
Yeah, no,
I'm not that
that's not
chaotic. I'm not that chaotic.
Yeah.
That way. I don't know. I'm not that.
I put.
I am very
No, I'm not gonna
friendly.
put this prop. I'm not gonna put that as the other prop. What other? Oh,
Prop.
yeah.
We
Well,
got to
prop.
have the props.
Well, not the
Not-
props.
not
More,
the
it's just
prop.
more like background stuff.
Yeah,
and I
background.
figured I would
Make it more
throw.
lively.
I have the Cheetor from the movie we just watched.
Hey, let's
So I'm
go.
gonna put him back here.
Oh, so I had to download my own software. Well, boo-hoo. I'll download your freaking ass.
Alright, so
Time to stream now. Streaming. Okay, cool. I'll paste this and open up OBS. Yeah, for me,
have
streaming.
that there, have this there. I got Blue, I got Cheetor. If I can get his feet to sit right, there we go. We got Cheetor.
Great. Go on.
Alright, they can't see these guys in the background, but it's
I
fine.
cannot see.
No, it's fine, but yeah. And honestly, that will, and then we'll have this going in a few. It's 8 o'clock, so we can really start whenever we want after we get settled in. I am going to throw in. What is in frame? Oh, I didn't finish. Before we start, I want to show you what I came up with. And I'm going to have it slightly changed for each thumbnail, for each one, depending on what movie we talk about. If we watch the Black Knight, the comedy one we talked about, the Isekai live action. That one I wouldn't know how to theme that too well, so it would probably be more generic like this one. But let me pull this up real quick so you can see it. I mean, you probably saw it because it was the thumbnail of the video, but I did that.
Oh yeah, I should thumbnail.
And you can,
that's amazing.
And you can, and if you zoom in, you can see I threw in little guys. I put. They won't be able to zoom in on the image, unfortunately. But like, if you could, but you might be able to see it like in post when I do the video, when I go to put it up after we've edited it. But like I have one of the Cardinal logos that I know the one that Ward likes to use with the headphones.
Yeah.
I have the Maximal symbol specifically.
Oh yeah.
That one was there specifically because Rise of the Beast. I got the Indoraptor because I have Fallen Kingdom, and I figured if we watched the Jurassic franchise stuff, we'd have that. I got my Autocons symbol, which pertains to my channel. So, if you see that all these are like opacity down, so if you look there, you can see a little compy. I put him in between the name. I put the autistic symbol too, because we're going to be talking about neurodivergence. And then this was actually done by I asked Google Gemini actually.
Wow.
Yeah, I asked Google Gemini. He's like, give me some idea. What could you do for a logo for a podcast show about? And then I just described basically that. Basically what I had on here.
Yeah, I got you.
And it said its thing and said, here's an example of what you can use. And honestly, I loved that. How it's the reel with the glitch reel with the kind of neural, multicolored neural connection things, and I absolutely loved it. I'm telling you,
AI is good.
Yeah, it to a point. I would say that it's good as long as it is used as an assistant, and that's it.
Don't use it to control your lives.
Right.
Don't use it for I'm just gonna use my AI for my whole life. No.
You can if you're like in a bind and you need something to get your gears going about figuring out what you're gonna write about or whatnot, that's fine. But don't sit there and be using it more than what you need.
Just AI is just only a helpful tool if you're on writing block or an art block or whatever
or something. Just to get the gears going, to give you some idea. That's what I use it for. I use it to give me some ideas. And sometimes I use it to help me figure out for my multi-part stop motion project, which I have in the works. I'm still working on editing the first part, which is why we can see Luffy, not you guys because it's behind you. Inosuke and Luffy over there in that same pose, because that's where I stopped. That's where I stopped animating, and I'm leaving them there because I know for a fact if I moved them, I would never be able to get them back to the position they were. Then it would look funky when I go to plop all the mini shorts into one giant short film. I mean, it's not going to be that long in the end of it all, but I've been working on that. I've been procrastinating doing my impersonation voiceover for Inosuke because one, it's very hard because it's a lot of a very yelly, loud, raspy voice. Yeah. So I can do it semi-good, but it's just very hard on the voice. So to do it for super long, it's something I don't want to have other stuff that happened in the day and then do that, or do that in here and then go to a class where I'm just clearing my voice constantly all the time. It would be more of an annoyance sort of thing, but so let's see, how does this work? Does this turn it mute? Yeah, that's mute. Okay, so this is how you mute it. Cool. That's all I need to know. So that way there's no audible click. Because if I do this and try to talk in it, it's fine. Okay,
it's
cool.
Fine.
Because I'm thinking more of how you use the DJ. Have you done Warp yet?
I did Warp, yeah.
Okay, so you remember what they said about how you click the button, then put it up and then when you go to put it back down, you do the reverse, You
do the reverse, Go down and turn it up, and then press the button, yes.
Yeah, so, but, all right, so, are you still setting up yours?
Yeah, okay. It's going to be for a short while. So it's going to be for a short while because I haven't got my chargers from home, so, yay!
So your end is going to get cut off.
My end will be cut off.
Yeah, but that's all right. So, cool.
Say a few words. Say a few words.
Really? No, look at this. All right, cool. Yeah. So this is second opinion angle.
It's another angle. Let's go.
Another angle. Let's see if I can see myself.
Yeah, we just need to only see our
so we're just you're gonna look over there.
Yeah.
Don't look
and we're right here, ours is I mean, there's not very many good spots for having the computer set up.
Oh,
yippee!
This is part Venom. We are fed up this bullshit. Some about your bullshit.
Oh, geez, go easy on that. Don't
It's alright, yeah, no, I
yourself out there, buddy.
Yeah, no, I'll be fine. No, I did Batman for a while, so I'll be like, yeah, I don't know, let's see, like.
Yeah.
There,
At least
good
you're not.
one.
At least you're
Facebook.
out of it now.
Why is it Facebook fucking live?
I mean, Facebook would work if your
Fuck
phone was
Facebook
charged.
live. I'm sorry, I don't. That's my personal one. I don't like that.
Oh, okay. I can see.
Because my
that.
family will see this.
So
I know.
they would be proud of you.
I know they will be proud of me. Like, yay, my authorization is completed. Can I now stream? Can I stream now, Mr. Kraft? No.
All right, so we should probably think about getting this going soon. We're gonna be talking about this movie for a long, but luckily, Rise of the Beast in its own can fill like 40 minutes by itself talking about that. So
Yes.
bouncing between the two of us, bouncing off of each other, and then bouncing from there. So yeah. But I'm all set for tomorrow morning,
Yeah.
so I don't have to worry about that too much. The only thing, yeah. So
Come on, catch my phone.
dun dun dun.
Yay! All right, here we go. You can't share your codes. I can't because I have two-step verification. I am very much techno advanced.
Yeah.
Okay, streaming software connected. Cool. Now I can start my stream.
What is?
I am lying. Oh, wait, because I just.
Oh, we can sort. I just noticed we can.
it.
Yeah, we can. If I click this, it makes it go to another page of.
Yeah, page of stuff. Yeah.
There's a sensor sound.
Yeah.
There's a sensor sound. But that's gonna be hard though, because when you're talking, you can't catch yourself. So
You
that,
can't. Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta time it, you know. But
Yeah, you'd have to,
we
you
have
know.
to
And there's
time
no way, you know. I mean, it'd be different if we've like been talking for like hours and stuff, or not hours, but like forever. But is this recording? No, this isn't recording.
No.
Oh yeah, it's just the SD card wasn't cleared. Okay, but there's 12 hours on it. We're not going to be filming 12 hours.
Well, okay. Well, never mind. We're not gonna have second angle. All right.
It's fine. We just need the one. You know, we just really only need the one here. So.
All
All right. So we'll now with this. It's press it once, it's ready, and then press it again. It's recording.
Yeah.
Right? And that's how that works. All right.
right.
Cool, man. Cool.
Cool, man. Cool.
All right.
Yeah. Shout out to the man.
Shout out to the man. All right. So now we're going to do a. Okay, it's recording right now. Cool. So we're going to go unmute, and right about there. Hey, how's it going? So, welcome to our first podcast of Unscripted and Unfiltered. Wow, it is echoing here.
It is. Not gonna lie. We're like, so
We're in a dorm, yeah. So we're probably gonna be updating, like doing a little bit of mixing while we're doing this on here. But yeah, it's fine. So we are going to be, as you see, people on the live stream on YouTube. You guys have a little thing that shows what the game plan, the general plan of how we're going to be playing this out. And so how this is going to work is, for the podcast audio version itself, is we're going to do, obviously this is the intro one, so we're going to be doing introductions and talking about what the show is going to be about. And then once we do that for a little bit, maybe like 10, 15 minutes, we'll get into our two movies we're going to talk about. Most of it is going to be Rise of the Beast, and then a little bit is going to be a little bit about
jumping into a very fun robotic into how you cannot get relationships.
Yes, for your own version.
For your own versions, yes.
Yeah, but that is mostly going to be there as like, because we're going to be talking about Andy himself and
Yeah.
and how you can very well see that he's neurodivergent. You can see that in him, which is not a bad thing.
It's not bad.
And that's part of what our show is about. Our show is also going to be like an awareness thing to neurodivergence, specifically in autism and ADHD. Because I know you said you were autistic, but are you ADHD as well?
Yes,
or?
I am. Have autism with ADHD. Well, I was originally with ADD, but now I got changed over to
Yeah, because they switched. They updated.
So I'm
things.
most hyper, and I'm just a hyper one. So
yeah, we're both. So this is going to be interesting. There will be neurodivergent bouncing going on from topic to topic within the topic. We'll
bounce around with topics.
Yeah, it's very easy to do, and movie and franchise references will happen.
Yes.
So be prepared. Oh, geez, a lot of adjustment going on.
A lot of adjustments. Okay, I'm just testing the mic here because I know I was like, honestly,
but no, it's fine. We don't have to be that close to it, which is great. Especially since we set up the mic. You can see it a little bit in the bottom of the screen. It's facing towards our face, so it's easy for us to just speak because it's facing our general direction.
Yeah.
It is we don't need to get into technical talk.
No,
so
because they're gonna be like, "What the hell is all this?"
This show is basically a show where it gives us the opportunity to basically nerd out about movies that we watch.
Yes.
And review it and have our thoughts and do a not hardcore analyzing, mind you, but kind of analyze it and look into it and say what we liked, what we didn't like, and what we noticed, what we didn't notice, and stuff like that. And if we knew any fun facts about the movie that we watched, I know a couple for Rise of the Beasts. I know a couple of which I mentioned to him while we watched it.
Yeah.
But, we'll get into that when we get into it. Right now, we're still working through the introductory part. But my name is Bruce, and
my name is Jonah. What's up? You already know.
This is streaming, and like I mentioned earlier, this is streaming onto my YouTube channel, Savage Random Productions. So, and this should be able to be posting onto my YouTube channel.
Yeah. So
later, so that way, if people didn't watch it live, because I know it's late, but trust me, next time we're gonna have a little bit better planning.
Try to do it earlier.
Yes. Because this was kind of like a last minute
solve because we had a little mix up around here, but also too, I have a YouTube channel, JBF Gaming 2004 on YouTube. On Twitch is JBF Gaming 004. So it's honestly great to see, but with a lot of stuff going on pre-planning wise. But hey, at least we finally got through it. It was just a little rough, but hey, we managed to.
We got it figured out.
We managed it. We figured it out.
Yeah. So this, I think that covers most of our introduction of our show, because we already talked about how we're going to be talking about neurodivergence. Like, it's going to be like both informal and then like sharing personal experiences. Or personal experiences of different things, and that will be always like at the end. We'll talk about the movie first, and then at the end, or maybe we'll sprinkle it around a little bit. I don't know.
We'll see.
Like we said, unscripted and unfiltered. It's we just basically have a general plan, and then we just see where it kind of leads from there. And that's mostly how this is going to go. So I think at this point, because there's not really much more to say because of how free this is for us.
It is so free.
We can we can start getting into the movie. So
yes,
Transformers: Rise of the Beast. I think I heard you say at one point when we watched it, you haven't seen it since the theater, since you saw it in the theater?
Yeah, so usually for me, before either college goes around, I have a friend that we like to go to movies together, and we go to movies around either here in Plattsburgh or here in the Albany area. We watched it. I think it was either in Albany or in Plattsburgh. But some of them we hit in the city parts. But the movie I have watched, the Transformers: Rise of the Beast. I think it was in Plattsburgh in the mall. It was in the Regal Cinemas. But it was a great movie experience. The first time I see this, the first time I saw it in theaters, amazing. It's it was a great movie aspect. It was Like I haven't watched Transformers in a real fat while, but it's a real while. No, I've been watching Transformers since I was a kid too. But like I was diving into like different other stuff here. So like I'm a big movie person.
So
I watch basically everything.
I am so much of a movie person that I love to try and get movies that I enjoy on DVD.
Yeah.
I really do. I have, like, you guys can't see it very well, but I have set up a DVD player in my dorm, and I got a little TV, but that's not just for movies. It can also play my Switch on it, but that's a little off topic.
Yeah, so much. Yeah, we just
but
back
the
in
movie, but I love the movie. It's a really good movie in the sense that you can watch it without seeing the one before it, but that being Transformers Bumblebee, and still follow what's going on. Because they only made one reference to Transformers Bumblebee, that was when Optimus says to Bumblebee, "I know what was good to you, B, but they're they would do their own
bits and stuff.
Yeah.
No.
So that was the only reference in the second in Transformers: Rise of the Beast that they really make a reference. They do a callback to Transformers Bumblebee. Otherwise, it's like its own thing, but it's still a sequel because Transformers Bumblebee just says, "How did they get here?"
Yeah, how did they get here?
Obviously it would be, I guess you could say they're kind of going like the whole with this line of Transformers movies, Transformers Bumblebee and Transformers Rise of the Beast.
Yeah.
I guess you could say they're kind of going multiversal now because you had Bayverse and now you have what fans call the Nightverse, which is because a director's last name is Knight, so Nightverse. And now that's what they are doing with that. So I guess you could say it's multiversal now because they have, and then this is even separate from Transformers Prime story as well. So, and same with Bayverse. Bayverse story is different from Transformers Prime thing, which great Transformers show, by the way. One of my favorite Transformers shows ever. I know G1 is good, but I grew up on Transformers Prime, so it makes me just a little biased, but it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I loved that they had Pete Davidson as Mirage.
Oh yeah, Pete Davidson, amazing and funny. I've been watching a lot of his stuff. Pete Davidson. No, he is the funniest comedian I can. He is very good.
He was perfect for this character variant of Mirage because it's so snappy comeback kind of Mirage is he's I guess he's supposed to be this young kid sort of thing that's kind of yo, that's my boy, I thought we were after this car chase, I thought we were boys. What are we doing?
Boys, what are we doing? It's like a homie back in the city.
Exactly, yes.
It's like city, it's based in New York City, all this kind of stuff, and then it's amazing.
Although couldn't you imagine what that must have been like to be living there? That would have been so cool to be able to be living in your apartment and watch a Transformers movie production happen. That would be awesome.
It'll be awesome too. Yeah. Also, when New York City goes around with the production wise, you see a lot of shows from there too. Always too.
I mean, New York City is New York City.
New York City is New York City.
Yeah.
It's always the big deal
here. And then another great actor for character, Scourge with Peter Dinklage as the voice of Scourge. That was
great fit.
Yes. One of my favorite lines is when Prime is shocked by the immense power difference. Yeah. And he goes, "I love that look of confusion when an inferior being meets a higher power." Boom! And it's oh god, that is so cool. It's awesome. Yeah. If you haven't figured out already, one of my hyperfixations is Transformers.
Yes.
So, and for informal reasons, a hyperfixation in neurodivergence is basically when somebody who is autistic, ADHD, I think it mostly leans into the autistic category.
Autistic spectrum.
Yeah. It's when they have a topic that they are really knowledgeable about, really enjoy, and they suck that stuff up like a sponge, like any content.
They'll still be watching me even years, even though the series ends.
Mhm.
I'm still watching that.
It's the best thing ever, I have my personal hyperfixations. I have, it's different for everybody. I have a few.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many you have, but I know I have at
Plenty.
least major ones. I have like 2 or 3, and those are the ones that I've had for ever since I was a child. Like that being dinosaurs, Transformers.
Mm-hmm.
I love Pokemon.
Oh yeah.
I think that's it. I think that's it mostly. So there's the big 3, and then I have the ones after that. Like Avatar is a big one.
Avatar, hell yeah.
Avatar, James Cameron, not the
James-
Last Airbender. That's good though. The Last Airbender is good, but
Come on.
it's just I haven't. It's not that I don't want to watch it. I would love to rewatch it because I watched reruns of it when it was playing on TV when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I remember seeing episodes. They were in a row, but like I don't remember like the episodes. So I do want to go back and watch it, but it's one of those shows that it's so long and I have other shows I haven't seen that I want to watch, specifically in anime that I want to watch first. And once I kind of get caught up with some of the things that this looks interesting, I want to see what this is. I will go, okay, now let's take a break from the new stuff, or now that I've watched a lot of this stuff that's new to me, let's go back and rewatch a show I have not seen in what feels like sometimes a million years.
Gotcha, yeah.
So, yeah. But that being said, before I continue on my
your barrage and shit.
my body Transformers and stuff. What do you have anything that you want to bring up from Rise of the Beast that you either noticed or enjoyed or anything else like that?
I mostly for the Transformers Rise of the Beast. Like I watched it, that's my second time watching it now, but it's amazing. It's like the greatest movie I ever seen in Transformers history.
Really? Wow.
It mostly I watched like a couple Transformer movies, like in the storylines, the old Baywatch series, and throughout the new Night Watch series. I have skipped out a couple of them because I've been diving into like other shows or going to like over other movies that I've been diving into, and I'd be like, oh, what's about this again? Yeah, mostly about that.
Yeah.
But with the nice vibe, and then the history, and then the fights going on, and the references. Holy, I could talk about references a lot without most of this stuff. Like the Bumblebee one with a lot of movie references. And all kinds of stuff.
The radio thing.
Radio thing.
When you have a character that talks through a radio, you can pull off so many references and not have to put a credit in the actual end credits.
The end credits,
which is really fun. And I play into that when you have Bumblebee, my Rise of the Beast Bumblebee I have up there. Yeah. He's not in frame, but he's up
there somewhere.
Yeah. I play into that. So what I'll do when I'm animating with him is I will play into it in the sense that I'll just use I'll use meme sounds. I'll use different things on my Filmora editor video app, which is what I use when I'm editing my videos. I'll play into it by using those sounds and getting what I want by stringing together different meme sounds or different ones. Like there was one time I had Bumblebee. He walked in and he waved. So the audio I used was the Star Wars one that goes, "Hello there." General
Kenobi.
So that's what I use for that. So I play into it as well. I mean, honestly, it's easier to do that rather than just using other content from other creators. It's just easier to use what's available to me on the editor. But yes, a lot of references and a lot of little things that you really do have to watch the movie multiple times to point out. like one that I'll mention that I pointed out to you was the scene after when Stratosphere reveals and puts down Bumblebee. RC stands there and she bows down on one knee to show respect to the dead body of Bumblebee.
Mm-hmm.
So it's when I spotted that, or no, I didn't spot it. It was actually after I saw a YouTube short that pointed it out. I was like, what? Watched it again, and I was like, oh, that is so cool. I love that they animated that.
Yeah.
And they actually took the time to, I mean, you know, obviously with the CGI now, it's so much easier to do, to have things going on in the background and still look like it's part of the world, like it's meant to be there.
Yeah, meant to be there. Yep.
Same thing that goes with the ground. Like when I watched this with Caden, my friend that I had, that it's been in a couple of my Warp radio show, Topic Talks, when I'm on Warp, he pointed out when we watched the movie, and we were taking the time, we didn't have time to do this, but we were taking time. He was like, yo, pause, I gotta look at something here. And it was like, what? And he points out the ground, he's like, they put that in. That was not like in post, they put that in, but made it look like it was made by the robots.
Wow.
It was, it's crazy. So every little footprint you see from the Transformers in the movie, at least with Rise of the Beast, I don't know about the older movies,
ones,
the ones before, but in Rise of the Beast at least, they took the time to put in the actual footprints. Obviously, if they didn't do that, then it would be very does not look right. Why does the
footprint look like that?
Or why is there zero footprint when there's this giant robot that's clearly
destroying roads and the bridges too, man. Rest in peace to them bridges. Well, hopefully they'll repair it back. It's a movie. They'll repair it back.
You know that's the other nice part about CGI. You don't actually have to blow up things like that. And I love that they went to Machu Picchu for this movie. That was really cool. And it makes me want to go to Machu Picchu even more because it's the location of Transformers, of a movie that I enjoy.
The cultures too, on that point, on that one, looking on this one from Peru and Machu Picchu thing, the village, the people.
Yeah.
You know, it makes it like a good thing. Like you're trying to if you're want to travel around the world, you want to look at different places, different countries, you know. This is a great time for you guys. It's time to learn, explore the world and anything out if you're guys are mostly up to it and have the money.
Unfortunately, I was going to say that. Unfortunately, the only thing that can stop people from traveling is money.
Money and a lot of stuff is happening. I would be I'm gonna be itching because usually sometimes
there are
that I want to go to that darn concert somewhere in Canada and be there's ooh, I have to take an Amtrak there because I have a bike. How am I gonna bike up to Canada? You know how they're gonna allow
you could do it.
I could do it.
Multiple days. That would take days to bike to Canada.
I mean, bad.
Unless you live right next to the border. That's a different story. But when you live,
not from near.
If you live in Adirondacks, in Plattsburgh area, you're taking. If you're biking to Canada, you have got some endurance because not only that, you are carrying a lot of gear. Either that, or you have somebody in a car following you with the rest of your gear because you would need to have a tent. You need a sleeping bag. You need all these things.
And a charger. You need
a charger. Yep. So
you need everything like that.
That would be the one thing that I wouldn't be sure. Yeah, because the chargers they use for e-bikes is the regular wall plug. So
and then
that you would have to physically stop at a Stewart's and sit there for 2, 3, 4, 5 hours for your bike to charge.
As long as you don't get no soliciting or whatever,
right, you can get away with doing stuff.
Yeah, but that you just say the reason I'm trying to go to Canada. no. I'll take a train. I'd be taking trains a lot.
I have
It's
plenty of places. I know I want to travel. Like I want to check out different places in the States.
Yeah.
I want to go
Me too.
to
The States too.
out of the States. I want to go to specifically places of my ancestry. Like for me specifically, that would be France. That
France.
would be
Nice,
that would
nice.
be Ireland.
Ireland.
Of course, I was asked the question, "What part of Ireland?" I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know which part.
I don't know which
Just put
part.
me there in Ireland, and I can figure myself out from
No,
there.
no, no. I don't have a complete ancestry account, so I can only look at the generic
Nice.
percentage. But bringing it back to Transformers.
Yeah, bring it back to Transformers. Oh my god, we went back to like, oh yeah, we're gonna be talking about very much movies. Oh shoot.
Well,
We're talking
no,
about world.
this is what I
It-
mean.
This is what. Yes.
This is what I mean by the neurodivergent sounds, where the littlest connections can lead to topics of completely different thing, but because it was a string of connections and thoughts and stuff, but it makes for interesting conversations
It
though
is.
too, which is great. Which is why doing podcasts for us is easy because we
It's
can
easy.
fill an hour.
Connections.
It's like, yes, we can do that. But getting back to the movie though, it is a really good movie. And the scenes with those little Autocons though, they leaned hard into the horror.
Yo.
They leaned hard into horror
horror
with that.
Yeah, because most of the like other things from like past movies ago, yeah, they like less scary, but no, but this movie, yo, I feel like I was
With
watching
certain
another
scenes.
horror movie.
Yeah, in certain scenes, they were definitely leaning into like the museum scene in there. Yeah, I'm not gonna go into detail because I don't want to ruin it for people who haven't seen the movie.
Yeah, spoilers alert, spoilers.
Spoilers.
If you haven't watched the movie, watch it now.
Well, no.
But, like,
After.
Please do not click on this podcast before watching the movie. If you have not watched the movie, please watch the movie.
I mean, it'd be kind of hard. I can add it in the description when I post the edited version of this.
Big fat text.
I could put in the description, under like have a little bullet when I go, because I'm gonna put the general plan in the description of the other one too, so that way if people look in the description, I don't know how many people do that, but I know I have a bad habit of not doing that myself. But in the description, I will of both this variant, which already has it, and the edited version that's just going to have the thumbnail of this live as the image. Might throw in some animated like GIFs or whatnot once in a great while, or maybe like have a image, when we're talking about it. That's another thing. We have sound effects, but we don't need sound effects.
We don't need it. No, we're not going to use it. We're going to use it in post.
We're going to use it in post, but that as well, we can make our own sound effects.
Yeah, we can make our own sound effects.
Yes. It is. That is the other fun thing about being neurodivergent. You get your own sound effects.
You're the soundboard. Like,
I don't know if you want to go there anymore.
Yes.
it's like, yeah, also too, like, alright, and also no, I can't do this too, but like, yeah, also you got
A lot of
soundboard.
A lot of, and half of our sound effects are just quotes from movies and shows.
Yes.
But we will also sit there and we'll be chilling, and then we'll just be like, a lot of the sound effect I do a lot while I'm just chilling and I'm vibing because I'm waiting for something or I'm not doing anything is I'll make a clicking noise. I'll go, I'll do that. I'll make different clicking sounds and stuff. So there was one day I was at a class, actually it was I think it was yesterday, and one of my classmates in said class, he asked me, "What are you trying to use echolocation?" He said,
"Are you a dolphin? Are you trying to contact your other whale?"
No, I am not. I am just exist.
I exist. Us autistic people have a lot of great stuff with our unique abilities.
The best way to learn about autism is not only doing your research, but also at the same time just straight talk to one.
Talk to one.
But don't do it in a way that's rude. Just
No,
it's like
you could be passive that much, but don't go in a way that
how you want to interact with people who are neurodivergent. I don't know if I can say this for all people, but I know for at least me, I like it where, because 18 years of my life, I was not diagnosed autistic yet.
Yeah.
So I was treated like everybody else. So I would like you to treat me as such, with the understanding that yes, I'm autistic. So there are certain things that might not click, or there are certain things that I might take literally, and there are certain things like context. Context is my enemy. I hate it. Well, hate is a strong word. I dislike it.
Yeah, dislike.
It makes it more complicated. I feel like in some ways it would be easier when it comes to communicating, and there would be less misunderstandings among people if we just said what we meant, rather than having to read through the lines, because that just makes life harder, especially for people like us. And we can. I don't know how much you know about autism and ADHD. Okay, good. Because I was about to say, we can say some of the things that we are saying because of how much we are, one, aware, two, knowledgeable, and researched about it. In fact, that was one of the things that was suggested to me by my research rooms teacher when I was diagnosed while I was still in high school. One of the things that was said was, well, why don't we do some research? Why don't you look into it? And it's like, okay, sure. Yeah. And that was when I looked it up, the first thing that came about was, for lack of a better, I looked at for lack of a better word, symptoms. Signs, whatever word you want to use. Yeah. I don't know what the proper word to use for that, but you get what I mean.
Yeah,
you guys probably get what I mean. And I looked at those and I went through the list. I'm like, yep, that makes sense. Yep,
that makes sense. Yes.
Okay. Yep. Oh, that's why. Okay. Yeah. So it was like, it was going through. It was like, I get that. And going. And this is the last thing I would say, and then we're going to bring it back to Transformers for a moment. But I was watching I follow people on Instagram that are autistic and stuff, and talk about that. And one of the things they talked about, how the whole thing where people will say, oh, if you were autistic, we would have seen it as a child. Then they showed examples of what said person did as a child that are signs of autism. And one that really hit home for me was the one where her example was, I don't like this sweatshirt because it feels itchy. Can you please get it off of me?
Oh my God, yeah.
That one was like,
oh, no.
I was literally, when she was saying that, in my head, I was hearing my own voice saying, because I said similar lines with certain shirts, because it was like, I don't like this because it's itchy. I don't like this. I want to take it off. And then I would not be wearing that shirt ever again. It would just sit in a drawer because I did not.
Yeah, they didn't want to get it. Just bought it and then like, oh, I can't.
Yeah, that, not just that, but that's when the trying on would come in too, and trying on clothes is the worst. Not just because of the sensory, but because trying to find things that fit is so hard for me. And yes, because brands fit differently. Depending on the brand, it fits differently. So, personally, I don't know about you, but personally, I like to have my shirts a little bit looser. Yeah. I don't like, and not to a loose extent that it's baggy.
It's not that baggy.
If I have clothes on, for the most part, they're loose, but not loose to the point that it's baggy. It's baggy, just enough so that way it's comfortable. And comfortable is different for everybody. Yes. That goes for neurotypical and a neurodivergent. Neurotypical is people who would be somebody who is not is basically not, like, doesn't have any sort of like the mental disabilities like autism, ADHD. I don't know if depression.
No, anxiety, mostly anxiety.
Yeah, anxiety.
Anxiety can go at least more to like for autistic.
People. And I don't know any other mental disability examples that fall under the neurodivergence. We're starting to lean into stuff I'm not aware about I'm not very knowledgeable about when it comes to neurodivergence, but back to the movie again.
Yes. So okay.
It is your turn to talk about something with the movie because I ramble on about things a lot.
Yeah, but no, also too, it's like I'm telling this movie, good out of the bat. So like from the other points from the Transformer movies that I point out with the history that brings into it, and then the also to introducing the animals, the Maximals. Yeah, the Maximals there also. I was like, first learning about the Maximals. Like I know they have been like years and years, like like it's like very late in the prehistoric years and such before robots, like actual
Beast Wars. Beast Wars was actually the first show that was like the 3D animated type that had transforming robots, and it was when the show was airing that was very popular. I only found this out during and after I watched the show because obviously I looked into it and I stumbled upon the information, and turns out it was very popular because of that, because it was the first time anybody ever did it that way. And Beast Wars is a really great show on itself. Beast Machines I think is really good, but I've met people who say Beast Machines was not as good as Beast Wars.
But most of the people tend to play.
The only reason I was able to see Beast Wars because I am not that old.
No, you're not that old.
I'm not. I hope nobody thought that I was that old. That would be bad. But anyways,
I'm old. I'm old.
And back in my day,
we do DVDs on that.
There are times though that there are things that I say that is very much the vibe of like back in my day I played the Nintendo Wii.
Back in my day I played the Nintendo 64, even though I had a lot of other good devices and consoles when I was a kid, like the PS2.
It's funny how you look at some of the newer generation and some of the things that they talk about for struggles or whatnot, and you're sitting there, it's just like, wow. Like, it makes you sometimes feel a little bit old. I say a little bit because I know, I know there'd be people out there that would watch this later or watching it now. If there is anybody watching right now, that would be saying like, you think you have struggles. You are dealing with nothing.
Oh, look at you. It's like, I have them struggles before.
We are not making...
No. We're not making fun of the previous generations, yes, but sometimes you put us in a bad situation that we can't fucking thrive. Sorry.
But, and there's our first censorship.
That's our first censorship right there. Yay! Well, I kind of threw a little bit I threw a little yes.
Yeah. But it's really, I lost my train of thought. Going back to the movie.
Okay, let's go back to the okay, usually for me, because every time my sentences kind of when I turned older, I started swearing more, but sometimes I gotta be like, it's a class. I gotta calm down.
That's what we're
that's what we're aiming for. So
exactly.
Please excuse my French.
Okay.
Yes.
I say that one a lot.
Libre junte low consequences. Like mostly on that. Also, I do speak a lot. I do speak a little language too.
The only language I've been trying to learn and still working on off and on is the Navi language, which is a movie language.
Yes,
and someone say, "Why are you learning that?" It's not
learning movie language.
It doesn't. It's not even. Well, there is a community that learned it and actively speaks it.
In a small town in somewhere in a third world country. There you go.
No. Actually, it's the fans of the Avatar franchise.
Oh,
Avatar, that's what the Navi language is from.
Yeah, but okay. Back to the movie!
I feel like that's going to be a common occurrence in this show.
But in the later episodes, we'll improve crew trying to stay on track and not go off
Yeah.
the rails.
Yeah, I mean, it is late.
It
And
is.
as this goes on, you'll probably find a little bit of overtired silliness coming out too. So, yeah.
Yes. You'll find
But-
out like
Yeah, they did a really good job
Yeah.
with Transformers Rise of the Beast. It is definitely a movie I would recommend. And that is definitely one thing for sure. One thing I said to you, though, that I
Yes.
think would be a great thing to discuss when it comes, and this is going to be leaning more into, it's still about the movie, but it's kind of
Yeah.
like theorizing.
theorizing the movie. It's
The
just
Terracon guys that
Yeah.
Scourge sends out and tells what to do.
Yeah.
Do you think they have like a hive mind with him, or is it more like they just kind of, like any other Transformer, they kind of learn, okay, so these creatures are called humans,
Like humans, yes. Because, like, honestly, on this point, too, like, you know how from, like, making, like, minions or / pets or whatever, you're the creator yourself. The Scourge is the creator of these,
the little terror.
the terror ones, yes. The little terror dogs right there. Yes, so they probably either found, like, years ago, like, and they told them, like, the brief history about it,
Mhm.
how it works, and the anatomy, and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
It takes a lot of, like, training and then practice. It's just like training your dog. It's like, you gotta, like,
Right,
you
except
gotta, like,
they're training them to kill.
they're training to kill. It's just like training, like, to protect, like, canines or whatever, but, like, yeah, but no, like, they train to, like, kill, and then they train to sense off. It's just like that, but no, yeah. Always the things about that. It's just the creator in their minion. They just
Right.
they do a lot of training and all that kinds of stuff. Yeah, it's just basically what else? How they get them in the force. How to try to.
Yeah. I see that how it's like it could be a training thing, but it's also interesting that because in the movie. We don't know what happens outside of what we see in the events of the movie.
Yeah.
But we never hear Scourge, say to his Terracon guys
Mhm.
that calling the humans.
Humans. Yeah.
The only time he ever references anything that has to do with human is he tells them rip the flesh off their bones, and that's what he. And
yeah.
Otherwise, there isn't really, before the final battle, there isn't a time that we see him say to them or in front of them or anything like that they are called humans. Except for that one time at the final battle, he's like, kill the other human, and it just immediately knows that he's talking about the thing that's crawling in the pipe.
Crawling in the pipe.
That's walking in the pipe. So it's like, okay, so does that mean it has a hive mind, or does that mean it was something that it kind of figured it out? Because the Transformers are supposed to be like extremely advanced.
They're very advanced robots. Like, it's superior technology. It's like any other, like, great technology, sci-fi movies and all that kind of stuff with the robots, the advanced tech with a lot of people. Like, I've seen, like, a lot of movies that had, like, advanced tech where and all that kind of stuff, how it's controlled, how it's made, and all that kind of stuff.
So
it's honestly mostly about technology and how it's built.
Right. Then let's see. But it was. See, I'm running out of. I was really think. I did think to myself when I was watching this, I should probably make notes.
We should have notes on
we should have, or I was just gonna grab my phone and just make little notes because I've seen this movie enough times. I have it on DVD, so I've watched it a million times. So I've seen it enough to know what's going on. So if I were to be looking down, making a note of something else that happened, I could.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this. Oh, we can't talk about that. I was gonna say the saddest thing in the movie, but that would be like a big spoiler. So we can't say that. That's one of the big plot twists in the movie, or one of the big plot thoughts in the
And
movie.
the biggest rule in movie things, we're discussing about movies, never ever go full detail. Just
Exactly.
give key details of the movie.
Yeah.
Give key details. Of
And
the
you
movie
can talk
going
about
forward.
like, and you are allowed to talk about like little things that
Mhm.
aren't easily noticed, and it's a lot
Yeah,
easier
they're not
to do
noticeable as long as you're
when you're doing it like a post production, like a video with that you have a post production going on. Unlike this is just very like raw. The live stream at least part, so you guys can see us talking and stuff like that. But yeah, it's really good. But we are at the 40-minute mark, and I think we should we should segue into the other movie that we're very, very briefly going to discuss, which is the 40-Year-Old Virgin. So I noticed throughout the movie, and it was funny when I was watching it, as I was making my notes, I had times that I was sitting there and I was like, I think he's neurodivergent. He might be. And then I go, and then I'm watching the movie. He's like, oh yeah, and I'm like, oh, he's definitely neurodivergent. If anything, he might be autistic. Then during the scene when he has the fight with his girlfriend, about where he's like, they need to stay. You're making me sell things I don't want to sell. They need to stay in their boxes. That boxes need to be, perfectly protected. And it's like that's a thing. That's a thing that
like if you don't have this in pristine condition, or you don't have it in one healthy and either boxing.
Right. You're right. So there was when he was talking about, and then he talked about like with the biking. Yeah. I bike because I like it. It's a thing. It's a thing that I like to do. So I do that. I choose to bike because I like to do it. It's something I enjoy doing. It's something that I prefer. I prefer to do it this way. So that's, from my knowledge, that is a very autistic thing. So, and there's other moments if you watch that scene and you're knowledgeable of this kind of neurodivergence and autism specifically, you can definitely see in that scene specifically, oh yeah, he is autistic.
He is, yeah.
But the only reason why I don't want to talk about this movie in depth is one, it's very
like key aspect of.
Yeah, it's
key aspect of like how like relations.
Right, relationships, and it's very R-rated. We can
very
say
R-rated.
that.
It is very R-rated.
It also hit home for me in a way that I don't like to really talk about. Like it was relatable. It was relatable, but to like almost to an uncomfortable level. It was so for me specifically it was, and it was, and I was like, okay, I don't want to talk about. I would rather not talk about this thing. That's why we had the second movie to talk about.
The second movie, that was just
but there's many. There was at least 5, 6 things in the movie that was clear things that he was neurodivergent. Autistic, you could definitely, because he was taking things literally. He struggled with communicating with people. The speed dating thing, and oh god, the speed dating scene was so bad. Oh god, no.
He can explain, but I'll explain a little bit of the. Okay, so the boys were in there, so they worked at I think it was a Radio Shack or like a video text. Type Radio Shack-ish store. So thing like that, we couldn't remember the name. We'll probably remember the name more for it. So the guy's like, because his coworkers knew that he was a virgin. He did not get any woman. He did not. He has not been. Can I say laid? Has not been laid.
That's probably the safest word that we can use.
Has not been laid. Has not had a relationship in when he was one. He's 40 years old. Yeah, and passed the title of the 40-year-old virgin wears.
And that's basically the whole premise of the movie. And what I love about the movie is the fact that at the end, their meaning, their message is
Yes.
exactly what I've been saying. A,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you can have a relationship without the sexual stuff.
Yes.
And B, that you have to be with the right people because the
Yeah.
wrong people, like, I felt bad for Andy the entire
Oh,
time.
Andy, bro,
I thought my luck was bad. His
Yours
is terrible.
is bad
His
than
is
ever.
terrible.
My luck is
Everything
good.
that he tried to do would either backfire or he would get worst case scenario.
Oh.
It was so bad.
Yes.
And it was like it was the work. It was, oh god, it was I
So
felt so
bad.
bad for him.
Yeah,
But-
I would feel too bad for him, for Andy, man. I'm telling you, no, I've been in like relationships before, like, yeah, no, unfortunately, it was not right people. Like, there were like right people in my mind, but usually when I'm the nicer person in a relationship. Like, I'll be like, I got you, like, I'll treat you right, you know, all that kinds of shit. Like, women, women on the other side, you know, they just, you know, sometimes they play you, you know, just like,
They
don't do that. They don't do that, but like,
not all
not
women
all
are that way.
not
There
all
are
women.
women out
There
there
are
that
women
are
out there.
good.
They're good.
Except it's very hard. It seems
It's
very
hard.
hard to find them.
The difficulty is how to find them.
So, but anyways, I think with that, because we've talked about, unless there's more like things in the movie that pointed out neurodivergency with Andy that you can think of. I think we could segue into talking more about neurodivergence.
Yeah,
it was sprinkled into our conversations when we were bouncing off topic, but we can now focus a little bit more on that, and we can talk about informing. Yeah, we can talk about the more informative bits, but also our own like personal experience with it.
Yeah.
Even though we've already somewhat done that, but we can go a little more in depth with it. So, and then we can, and especially with being an introductory video, we can do a little bit more in depth than we would in like future episodes.
Yeah, we'll just cut to the deal. You know, future episodes we'll just like cut to the deal.
It'll be more like if we use personal experience, it would be probably more like example, like sort of like here's an example of what I'm talking about based off of an experience I had.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So is there anything with that within neurodivergent awareness in autism and ADHD that you would like to kick this off with?
Yeah, man. So with mine, it's been a brief history for me because I was luckily diagnosed at a very young age with autism and ADHD, and more other parts later in my years was diagnosed with other mental illness like anxiety and depression. Well, with autism, I had shown signs about when I think I was a baby. My mom told me this. I think mostly the tiptoeing, like. I used to be like this a little bit.
Oh, I've heard about that.
But I tip up like on that stuff, and sometimes the feeling and the sensory too was kind of like bothering me at a young age, like very much bothering me. And also too, like my food, like if I have my food prepared and all that kind of stuff, I like sometimes I like having it, you know. It's something like if it's like a sauce or like an add-on or something like if it's like a touch or something, like I wouldn't like, you know. I would like to have it untouched, but usually when I'm like going into the years of me growing up, like I have grown a little accustomed to it, getting a little used to it as now, like because of the flavoring and all kinds of stuff. Like my autism, like
Sorry. When it comes to food, you're good. I was going to segue. I was going to bounce, like talk about an experience I have how it is for me with food.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use specifically when I get the nuggets and fries at the Cardinal Nest.
Oh my God, the Cardinal Nest.
So this is what I do, and I do this anytime I have nuggets and fries and they were served together.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I do it. I just do this. I take it and I put so that way the fries are at least mostly revealed, and then the nuggets are on the other, so that way I can eat. It might be because I've always, like, if I did have nuggets, it was from McDonald's, and McDonald's fries get cold fast, so you have to eat the fries first. Mm-hmm. So otherwise, the McDonald's fries get cold, and I don't know about you, but I think the McDonald's fries taste better hot. Than cold.
Because McDonald's fries and all that kind of stuff, if you get them fresh out of the fryer, usually I have the great solution of finding fries hot. You go to where let me see. You know where near the beach is at, like little beach is at. That McDonald's there, every time when we order from there, when I usually go there with my mom or so, either with drinks or so, or I just go up there and order like nuggets, fries, or like whatever else, they come prepared fresh.
Yeah.
Fresh as hell. They come fresh every time.
So,
well, depending on the timing though, it's just you gotta learn the timing of McDonald's, how they put it in the fry. You gotta learn how to put it in the fryer. And then that, I'm acting like people in the shop are like, he works at McDonald's. I don't work anywhere in that fast food place.
That is probably
but I just know the knowledge though. I told you. It's
right? Yeah.
It's
we are able, being autistic, and I think ADHD gives people this ability too.
Mm-hmm.
You can sit there and learn about random shit.
Yes, yeah, that's a German. Well, makes sense for that one. I'm joking. I know.
I try to do that with my swearing. I try to have like replacement words.
Yeah.
But also when I'm doing stuff like this, mostly when I'm talking with other people, not on video content production. I mean, I'm not too picky about it with my regular YouTube content, but for the assignment. It has to be censored.
I'm sorry, but here, YouTube, congratulations, you get those in this word.
So it's awesome, but no, we get to just have a whole bunch of random knowledge that we'll just be like, oh, did you know this? And it's just like, where the heck did that come from? Like
where did
you
come from? How
did
you learn it?
It's not the fact that there's no question of the question of where did you learn it? With technology and the internet, it has now helped people like us to more easily get random knowledge. Just if you get a hyperfixation because sometimes what happens with hyperfixations too. What'll happen is you'll get a hyperfixation. It'll last for X amount of time. However long that is, you don't know until it's done. Mm-hmm. And then if it happens to be stuff that requires you to get things, if it ever ends, now you're just like, oh God, I have all this stuff now that I don't care about anymore. What do I do with it? And then it becomes an overwhelming thing. And you're sitting there like, now I gotta try and sell it. But then it becomes a problem if it's something that, if it was like coloring books or something that you did, and then
you left out some pages, mostly.
Right. Something is like a one-time use sort of thing that you had a hyperfixation on. I personally, from what I can recall, I don't think I've ever had a hyperfixation where it was on something that was one-time use. But also at the same time, I don't often have a hyperfixation that is that short. My hyperfixations last long. The longest hyperfixations being the ones that are the big three that I mentioned earlier, which are lifetime hyperfixations. And then I think the shorter ones come in when there are things that fall under those topics, and then it's like, oh, I'm really into Beast Wars. Like, that was a thing. But afterwards, I haven't really watched much of it, not that I wouldn't want to get DVD series of it. It's just hard to find it.
With series and things going on for so long, like, I really like this show. I want to really buy a copy of a DVD or something.
Right.
It's rare to find, but eBay is mostly us. eBay is your savior for finding old.
Okay.
But I use Amazon personally just to get the benefits of it, because sometimes eBay, you just gotta you're playing gambling. Let's go gambling. Let's see if it doesn't come broken. Shit.
So. With eBay, though, since I've gotten into Magic more recently, Magic I got into last fall, so academic year ago. I say that because an academic year is different from an actual year.
An actual year, yes.
Anyways, and it was that since being in magic, which not that I don't like magic, it just has its own thing. It just has its things that I'm not fond of because I'm autistic. Like the whole thing of like the politicking and the bluffing and the you can't tell if they're being truthful or not.
Yeah, you can't
So
trust.
it is hard for me. So in doing, but my whole thing is if I'm not sure, I will just go with either, okay, I'm just going to assume they're telling me the truth, or I'm just going to like they're saying it straight, like that is what they're going to do or whatnot. It's very literal. Normally I'll go literal and taking seriously that if I'm not sure, which unfortunately puts me into situations where I get upset at first, but then as soon as they go, oh, I was joking, I'm sorry. And it's like, oh, okay, fine. And then immediately I'm like, okay, it's fine. Okay, yeah. I now know that you were joking, and so now I can take this. Now I can switch my feeling on it to that. And geez, just talking about the word feeling, that's a whole other conversation. People don't understand that, like, for me specifically, the tone of voice thing.
Yeah.
My volume and my tone of voice really is connected with what I am feeling. If I am frustrated and feeling negative feelings like that, that tone will come out, and it takes a lot of internal energy to try and force myself to use the tone that I want, and it drains me. And then also, if I'm really excited, mostly I will get louder. Yeah. And if I'm getting excited, I get louder and louder and louder.
Oh yeah,
and minorly, I get talking faster, but that is mostly because I'm trying to finish my thought, so that way I get all that's in my head. Because if I get cut off or I let somebody speak, the train of thought I had before is gone.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, you're good. It's like we said, it's late. This is.
Yeah, I'm gonna get yawnish a little bit, not really.
But also, it might not just be tiredness, because apparently there was a study that said, random knowledge incoming, when you yawn, it doesn't always necessarily mean you're tired. It can also mean that your brain is basically you like an exhaust. It's like
exhaust. Yeah.
It's exhausting heat, so that way it can cool itself down. So, and that way it can keep focusing on what it needs to do. So in this case, it could be either or. But during the day and you're fully awake, but you yawn, it's probably because your brain is trying to stay focused on what is going on in front of you. So
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a big, because the brain too, the part two is like, if it's a lot of stuff that's filling my brain, it gets like, it gets hurty, and sometimes you need to I have to exhaust it, and I have to cool it down for a little bit. It just takes me a little bit of time to get it good and flow, but no.
Keep in mind what we talk about when it comes to our experiences on how things are for us with our autism and ADHD or ADHD. Will be completely different from another person. Ours is different. It's different for the two of us. So what his whole thing with the whole food and sauce thing, I don't remember ever doing anything like that where nothing, no sauce could touch my food.
Yeah, no, because I never I don't like condiments at all. Usually that, but if food or touch, if I say all right, let's see if I say something is touching. Let's see. So let's say mashed potatoes touching something if it's gravy or something. I did try gravy when I was in Canada.
Right.
The poutine they had, bomb, amazing.
Yeah.
Why not? It's good. It is so good. Also too, but like with also too with the like my other stuff be like about something. Me usually with autism mostly either with the wording because I have a very like thing how to say it out, and then people will be like, "Oh, what the," or like confused, or usually like take it, they take it sometimes out of context. Like I have to explain it, and
Right.
hopefully
Right.
you understand.
Yeah.
Mostly on that kind of stuff.
A lot of times I do find that I feel like I have to finding the words is a whole thing.
It is.
Trying to figure out what word you want. For me personally, I find it hard to try. I know what I want to say in here, but to get it out there is a challenge because you have context. You have everything you say has like 2 or more different meanings.
Yes.
And there are so many different factors that go into what you say that can affect what the receiver gets and understands of what you're saying and trying to portray. That is a whole thing, and it's a whole challenge. I know for me, and I think for most people who are neurodivergent, they have a hard time with. I don't know for sure, but it is a common challenge.
It is
communicating.
Communicating mostly depends on depending on the autism you have, depending on the autism level. The spectrum. The spectrum level, because like there are spectrum levels. Because thank God, bless my soul and heart. Thank God I got the high one. So
I'm high functioning too.
High functioning.
When I was diagnosed, I was told I was pretty high because unless I sit here like I'm doing now and tell you I'm autistic.
Yes.
And I've told people when I did tell them, because I like to call it my own, I like to think of it as a little game sense because I like to talk with people regularly.
Yeah.
And then just let them get it does 2 things. It lets them see how I function and how I think and how my brain works. And at the same time, it also lets them I don't have to worry about them with the stereotypes. I don't have to worry about if there's somebody that knows autism for the stereotypes, that is a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
You
can't say that word. I know you're itching it. We can say the word, but this is a project. We can't swear. But we'll censor it. You'll hear
We'll
censor it.
We'll
censor it.
We'll censor any swears we have in the edited version. You'll know the
everything. Yippee!
Yeah, the yippee creature. Oh my god.
There was a game. I think it was what was that game with the orange?
Annoying orange.
The not annoying orange. It was a game. It was a game that had to do with you would go to these different planets and you get stuff, and then you would have to. It was a more recent game. I don't remember. Oh, Lethal Company.
Yes.
So there was a mod that people could download, and some people did after doing videos of the game by itself.
Yeah.
And there's a YouTuber that I watched that did this. They took a mod and they had the little it goes on the creature that takes your thing that you give it. There's a certain thing that you give it, and it takes off afterwards. So after you give it the thing and it runs away, it goes yippee! And that's where that meme comes about. So
that's the meme how it comes about. Also, too, Lethal Company mods are so good.
Oh
my god, that one yellow dog will play. We will have to play Simon Says to survive.
Oh,
Simon Says jump.
And then literally on that, I know I could voice that. I can voice on that one. And then, so if you fail, you're done. You're dead.
Yeah.
Darn it! I died again.
We gotta revive him, boys.
We gotta revive him.
I have never played this game myself. I only know about the game because I watched people play the game. And there are games that I know about because I watched people do playthroughs.
Yes.
For example, I have never played
I haven't played Repo yet. I have not.
I have never played Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed.
I
oh
have
my
never
God.
played Assassin's Creed, but I
videos.
watched a YouTube video, a YouTube series of a YouTuber that I love to watch because he's funny as heck, I watched his whole playthrough on it, and that's how I know about the little I know about Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Same goes for Zelda Breath of the Wild. I watched a person do a playthrough. I don't think I ever finished it, but I did watch most of it, and the game looked like it looks cool. It's not something that I am interested in enough that I would put the time into playing. If I was to put time into playing a really long game, it would be something like, I think the only equivalent would be like Pokemon.
Oh yeah, Pokemon.
That would
Pokemon getting the Pokemon, building up to it. Because I finished a couple of Pokemon games. I finished.
I want
finished
to get
Moon. I want to get
Moon. Moon was so fun.
It was
I
so
love
good.
that.
No, I had like a lot of people, my friends in middle school, middle school.
I
had friends there. They gave me freaking the God Monster, the stronger Titans. They gave me
the Ultra Beasts.
the Ultra Beast ones, the Titans, and then all that kinds of stuff. And then I started to find in my own. But
this will tell you how much I loved the Sun and Moon games. I played through
amazing.
Pokemon Moon. I played through Pokemon Ultra Moon. Then I played through Pokemon Ultra Sun.
Nice.
So I played through 3 of the same game, just different variants of the said game. So yes, that was one of my favorite Pokemon generations. But I think I don't really have. I think my top favorite is like a tie. And one of them is X and Y. Because Mega Evolution.
Mega Evolution.
Mega Evolution
Mega
is
Evolution.
awesome.
Bomb.
I am so glad they're bringing that back with Pokemon Legends ZA. I look forward to how that's going to be because I do want to play that. I look forward to playing that. And they are adding the mechanic where you can actively in battle
throw a ball.
Not throw like switch, like move your Pokemon around. Tell it, like physically tell it.
Attack it.
Like attack. Yeah. So it's like the way they're going to do it. I saw this on an info video about the game, and it's still on pre-order. Last I saw.
Yeah.
And they're doing it in a way that looks to be a lot closer to how it works in the show, where you can actively call a command and tell your Pokemon to dodge, and then it will dodge, and it won't do it automatically like the previous games do, where it's like a chance thing.
Yeah.
You physically have to tell it dodge or attack or like do like a strategize. It's more strategizing it in a way that I like how they're doing it.
Yeah, because I want to be like a real trainer, telling them.
Yes.
It's like giving you the game an aspect of you being the trainer yourself in the anime. Like I watch the anime pursuively, a lot of animes on the Pokemon. Like Pikachu, use Thunderbolt.
Yes.
And boom. Like
now,
it's like
I'm talking about the strategizing bit of how the type of strategizing bit they're using. A way of strategizing. Yeah. With the game and how it could play out that I don't want Pokemon to do in a game. And they did it once technically, but it wasn't in like the regular Pokemon game. It was in Pokken Tournament. The combo buttons.
Oh my god.
I don't often use the combo buttons because if I do, I'm just doing the singular button ones, or because I don't do them fast enough. Yeah. But I had a friend that's in the previous college I was at, and I was talking with Pokemon with him, and he said, I want a Pokemon game that's like the regular Pokemon games where they have it so that way in order to do an attack, you have to go A, B, X, Y, Thunderbolt, and it's a different combo of buttons that activates the move. I would not like that. That would be complexing the game too much.
Yeah. Game IGN rates it 5. it sucks.
Could you imagine somebody rates something as 5 stars and says, "This is the worst thing I've ever done"?
The reviews, like the Yelp reviews, like,
I don't like this game because it's telling me to do combos and I can't do it.
No, I'm just saying generically, like if you rated something 5 stars saying it's good, but then in your comment with that rating saying this is the worst thing I have ever done.
yo, like every Google review, you just look it up like 5 stars. Yeah, it was very good, but I'm very disappointed. It's
like,
5 stars. What do you mean?
What
It's
do you
rated
mean?
4. Rated
Make
3.
up your mind.
Rate it low stars. So the owner
Here's my
should
thing with
know.
rating. Here's my thing with rating. If I rate anything, I will never put 5 stars or the maximum rating.
No.
There is no such thing as perfect. And I think there is a lot of things in our world where it's putting that image or putting that expectation where things have to be perfect. There is no such thing as perfect unless you say perfectly imperfect.
Perfectly
So,
imperfect, yes.
It's because then that is good to strive for.
Yeah.
Because, and technically you could say we are all perfectly imperfect. We
Yeah,
are
we're
the
not
way
perfect.
we are, because there is no perfect human being. And if there was, it would be Jesus Christ, and it would be Jesus Christ, because it was the Son of God.
Mhm.
Otherwise, or whatever other religions, have a different name for
Different
that, but the
beliefs,
same
yeah.
like Jesus Christ type, son of higher power
Yeah.
sort of thing, So, though that would probably be the only being that would be considered would have been perfect in a sense.
Perfect.
But that in itself is a controversial topic that
It is.
I don't have the capability to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have the capability, but sometimes if I run into very much controversial, I know people are gonna be like, "This is not the other thing." Like, I'm sorry, but you have to hear the truth. I know it hurts, sweetie, but you have to hear the truth of it all. But like, anyway, but like, yeah. Let's see about
Neurodivergence.
Neurodivergencies.
Yeah.
What other stuff we do?
What is a big thing? I think another big thing is stimulation.
Oh,
That's
hell yeah.
That's a big thing that is seemingly hard for people who are neurotypical to understand.
Yeah.
And I think sensory would tie into this. The sensory bit would tie into this.
Yeah.
Like, people who are not neurodivergent seem to have a hard time understanding that I do this because it is a sensory thing. It feels better to do it this way because I don't like how the sensory is otherwise. Yeah. How it sounds, how it feels, how with your senses. Exactly. And we have our senses are very much heightened. Like,
yeah, we don't even stim at all.
Rarely
is a stim. Rarely you can stim,
Stimming is good.
I know it's good.
Stimming is good for us because then if we're, especially for people with ADHD specifically, when people who have ADHD, autism and ADHD, the ADHD part kicks in where you can't sit still.
Yeah.
And if that is a thing for you, you will find yourself like stimming or doing something with your hands or playing with your clothes or your hair or whatever else, or maybe flipping a pencil around in your fingers or playing with a ring, or there's so many different ways for someone to do stimulation.
Yeah. And
that is okay to do. And if that means you have to have like a little fidget toy, that's fine.
Like
tossing keys.
Tossing the keys too.
Twirling it around. I suppose like the sound, the like how I talked about the clicking I do, or like I know a lot of times I'll be rocking or swinging or what like that. That's a type of I think that would be considered a type of stim. Would be
Also the leg thing too. Also
Yes,
the leg bounce,
yes,
one
the
leg
bounce, the leg
That
bounce.
helps me a lot when like usually
Yeah,
in class. I've seen like I know I've seen
I'll
other
do-
students and people.
I'll also do this one where I'll do the foot. If I have my
Yeah.
if I have my legs crossed like this, I'll do the
Uh-huh.
foot and my foot will start going.
Yeah.
And yeah, so stimming is a huge thing.
It's
Because-
interesting.
But there's also such a thing that happens to us where we get overstimulated.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't
overstimulating.
happen a lot.
No, it rarely
But-
happens.
I mean, for some people, depending
Some
on
people-
what triggers it.
Yeah.
I know for me, it doesn't happen a lot, and when it does, it's because I was feeling a mixture of internal things
Yeah.
and things that were going on outside, and it's just a massive combination of things that it ends up having to be. I know for me, because the first time I had overstimulation, and
Yeah.
when
Shut
when you
down.
realize, well, no, it's more
Uh,
like for me when I
You-
first had my first overstimulation,
Uh,
when it was happening, or at least the first type that I had, because I've also had the shutdown before.
yeah.
That actually happened here the other day, and I not here like in my dorm, here like at the college in general.
Yeah.
And but the first time it was like everything all of a sudden seemed so much louder. Everything seemed so much like there's so much more. It was like too much noise. There was
Yeah.
too much noise, and all I couldn't do anything except put down what I was doing and then leave the space that I was in for until it wore off. And unfortunately, it was at work. But I remember thinking, is this what overstimulation feels like? And after talking with somebody else who's also neurodivergent and very knowledgeable in neurodivergence and stuff, after talking with her, she was like, yes, that is what overstimulation can be.
Mhm.
That's how it can happen. But it can be different for every person, but also for the person. Overstimulation can happen in different ways for the person. So like I've had, out of the times that I've been overstimulated, I've had at least two different types of
Two types.
Yeah, two different types.
Many
the type of where everything just became
louder.
louder and so much more intense. And then I had the one where I kicked into autistic shutdown, and I think if I remember too from the first time, I did have a little bit of shutdown because I couldn't really speak. I had a hard time speaking, and thank God a certain person at where I was working was not in the space that I went to, because I did not need to deal with her. But not going to get into that. Going back to what I was just saying, when I was at the college one, what happened? It just happened to be that it was mostly me, because I just felt like it was my fault because it was a class thing that happened. But and so I was feeling that, and I was also there was the guy next to me. There was a guy next to me, and he pointed at me saying, "Well, he didn't, and he didn't mean to do it in a mean way. It was in an attempt to try and help, try and like defend himself in the moment when he was getting, when he was getting not really yelled at, but he was being spoken to, and there was like tension was high in the moment because we had modern technology not cooperating.
Yeah.
We had the guy was the first time doing this position he was doing.
Oh yeah.
And
too.
and then we had a lot of miscommunications, and it got to a point that when we went afterward, there was just so much banter, yelling back and forth going on.
Yeah.
That it just got to a point for me that I ended up taking off my headphone once I went to take them off, but then I stopped. But then I stopped. I was like, "Are we?" Because I wasn't sure if we were done. But then so I didn't take them off at first. But then I finally did, and I stood up, and I was able, before the shutdown fully kicked in, I was able to. When I got to the professor, I turned and said to him, "I need to step out for a minute." And I got out there, and immediately when I did, I took my cap off and I started rubbing the material together, because that's a stim for me. Is I've always, that's something I've always done. And I was pacing up and down the hallway outside of the PSTV area, outside the locker area, that hallway in front of the cage and stuff. I was pacing up and down that, and I was trying to self-soothe. Which is basically, self-soothe is basically when you're saying to yourself, when you're talking to yourself quietly, or if you can talk to yourself in your head, saying like, it's okay, you're okay, it's fine, it's not your fault, it's okay. You're trying to soothe yourself to calm down. But I find...
They're fireworks, don't you worry.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the Battle of the Plattsburgh. It's Battle of the Plattsburgh, so you'll be hearing.
Okay. Well, we might. I don't know.
It's not gonna pick up there, but we just stopped a little bit. So the history of Battle of the Plattsburgh, amazing history. But
Anyways, but it was, and what ended up happening was I had a moment when I was pacing, trying to calm myself down.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed the guy in the cage, and I was like, oh God, he's probably thinking, what is he doing? Why is he pacing around like that? And
sorry, it's the ADHD that hits me when the fireworks. So look,
I can't even see.
Oh,
I can. Oh, it's
right
over
there.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I went right next to the mic.
Sorry, headphone users, please cover your ears.
But that is cool. That is cool that I can't see. My position, I can't see it. But
because usually they have for the 4th of July in Plattsburgh, they have it like around. I know where it's. It's probably like around.
It's probably in this.
Circle.
It might be here.
It's downtown, so it's like near us. So the big ones we're gonna see.
But it was. In the end of it all, what ended up happening was I came back into the locker area to get out of the cage person's view, because I was just like, oh, I don't want him to think, what is this guy doing? He's weird. What is he? Not really going but in my head, I was thinking he was thinking I was doing what is he? That's weird. What is he doing? Why is he pacing? But I know most people don't care. Yeah. But in that moment, I saw him. That was my immediate thought. So I went into the locker room and I paced a little bit there, and then the professor turns to me and says, I feel so bad. I felt so bad for him because I couldn't get my words out. And when he said, hey, are you okay? And I was like, I couldn't word, I couldn't speak very well. And I started crying, which I don't like to cry in front of people. Yeah. That is that is like a thing. I know it's okay for guys to cry, but I just don't like to do. And when I started getting emotional, he's like, "Hey, sit down." He's okay, it's all right, And I said, and he's like, "Just chill. You can, And I sat down, and I had my hat, and I went to a point. I took my hat and I put my head down and covered it. I was like, "I'm sorry." And he's like, "No." He's like, "No, you're okay. It's fine. Just it's all right. And then he asked me the question that, again, I felt bad for him because he asked me, "What can I do? Is there anything I can do?" And at that point, when I'm like that, all I can say, because I end up saying, "I don't know," because I physically do not know what I need in that moment. Mm-hmm. So he's like, and then he starts going, this might student classroom students, who are in the communications department might figure out who this is when I say this, but he says, do do you need sugar? I got candy in my office. He says.
Oh my god,
and
yes,
he
the candy.
And he said, and it made me chuckle because that was very much like him.
Yeah.
That was because his whole thing is like, oh, I have candy if your sugar levels are low. If you need a little bit of sugar.
For diabetic people.
Well, not just
I
diabetic,
know.
but like anybody, like,
Everyone
It's-
needs candy.
I guess it's a thing where like if your sugar level gets low, and that's a reason why you get into like a dozy kind of thing because your sugar is low. But so that's why he'll say, oh, he'll be in his class, he'll stay at the beginning. He's like, oh, I have if anybody needs get their sugar level up, I got the bucket of candy right here, and he puts it in the middle of the room. So for somebody. But anyways, I said I chuckled and I was like, I don't know, but it was, and in the end, he ended up going. He's like, here, let me get some candy. I'll be right back. He comes back with, and you can see this, that cup right there. He comes back with that cup, and he put like different candies from his bucket in there, and he gave it to me, and he's like, here, just take your time. When you're ready, just come back in and just you're okay. It's fine. I was like, I'm sorry for. He's like, no, you're okay. You're good. Just take your time, and when you're ready, come. And I was like, okay. So what I did was I had 2 candies, and then afterward I was better, and it was mostly the second one that helped a lot. What was that?
That was just for my headphones.
Oh,
to hear
okay.
better.
What I had was Kit Kat. The Kit Kat, and then I saw, and the whole experience really helped me when I found this specific candy. I saw at first this red and white wrapper, and I was like, I don't know what this is. I think I'm going to try this.
Mm-hmm.
And then I take it out, and when I turn it to its side, I see it says Tootsie Roll. I'm like, I was like, Tootsie Roll for me growing up. That was my go-to candy. It was to the point that people would gift me that little, the little bank ones where you can use that as a piggy bank afterward.
Oh yeah.
People gifted that to me as gifts for holidays. That's how much I love Tootsie Rolls. I at that point I had not had a Tootsie Roll in so long, so I opened that up. I ate that. I had that, and as I was eating that, I was like, oh my god, I have not had this in so long. It was the dopamine that I needed that got me out of it the rest of the way, and because otherwise it would have still been a slow process. And then I was able to go, okay, let's try this again. Let's go in, and I'm ready. I think I'm ready. And I got up, I grabbed my cap, I put the cup of candy in my backpack, or with my backpack at that point, in the locker that I have decided to be my locker that I use every time I go to PSTV. And I'm gonna get to how I decided that in a second. And then I went in and we did the rest of the thing, and it worked out great. So now with the locker thing, here's another great example of autism. I picked specifically which lockers I would use by the number, and I associated each number with something. So my lockers that I picked were 6, 11, and 2. Why? Well, birth. Birthday.
Yeah, birthday.
Then the other one, 23, because I'm 23 years old.
23. Wow.
Those are the ones that I would have for my locker numbers that I would use.
Sweet.
But the one that I have been using because I normally get there first is, and I've decided that this is the one that I'm going to have as my main one, and then the others are just backups.
Yeah.
If somebody gets it first. Number 11, day of birth.
Yeah.
So number 11 locker is the one that I put my backpack in. So
nice,
so again, that is a thing. We associate things, and then we make decisions based off of very specific reasons sometimes. So, or sometimes it can go the other way. We decide we don't like something for very specific reasons. So, and then after that, and there are cases too with autistic people, I've seen that if they're like lower on the functioning scale, if they're lower sometimes when they are feeling something and they have a prior experience that they associated with that feeling, they will say that word, and then from there you kind of have to learn what that could be and say, oh, are you hungry? Yeah, and then you'll get what figured out from there. But that's less. But that would
lessen this.
Right. That's the
like
lower
functioning
people,
like, no,
and with
no
me
place for that.
specifically, I am not at that it's a thing to brag about, and I'm not trying to do that when I say this.
Yeah.
But I am high functioning to the point that you can't tell unless A, you've done your research on autism, or you work with people or know somebody who's also autistic, or B, I have a moment where I get overstimulated and I have autistic shutdown, something obvious to that happens. Then it's okay. Then someone who is somewhat knowledgeable enough, not in a stereotypical way, would probably be able to put two and two together and say, okay, probably this person is autistic, but I'm gonna let him tell me if he hasn't. And that is how we like it, is if you figure it out, it is a way of being respectful when you sit there and you say if you figure out that someone is autistic, don't just go up and say, oh, I know you're autistic. Don't do that.
No.
Be respectful and just let the person tell you
that he
because
is autistic.
Yeah, because it's a thing. It's, at least for me, my whole thing is that I don't want to be treated differently because I'm autistic. I want you to understand that I'm autistic and be aware and be a little more flexible in certain situations. To a point. Again, going back, and that goes back to the treat differently. I'm not saying I want to get away with everything. I'm not saying that. I'm saying more that, for example, with the conversations, like if you say something and I took it literally, you should probably say something. And say, no, actually, I did not mean it that way. I meant it this way. Or something like that, where I did another interpretation of it. But that, in a way, can also be good when it comes to doing projects and stuff, because we think outside the box. Sometimes we just end up doing it. We end up thinking outside the box. Yeah. Which is good. It's fine.
It's good. Yeah.
So
that's on the back.
But let's see. Anything else you want to talk about? Anything you want to bring up?
Mostly about my PSTV too, the history from it. I think my autistic I'll continue with my shutdowns and stuff. Like I have different types of ones. Usually, sometimes the different types of ones. Mine's like something like I plan something like a day before, like planning the day. Planning the day. Planning the day and shit. Like this is what I'm gonna be doing today, and hopefully this will go well. If it doesn't, I'm cooked. Not really cooked, but like I should have did this today, and should have did that, and I get very frustrated.
So basically, if we plan something and there is no warning ahead of time for a change, that can ruin our whole day. It will. If you tell us, oh, we're actually going to do this, and it was like seconds or minutes before the thing, or before the thing we had planned, we will sit there and we will be like, well, dang, my whole day is messed up. My whole day is messed up now, because sometimes, like, I know for me, like, I will go by time. Like with this specifically, actually, luckily it didn't kick in and ruin the thing on it. I'm glad it didn't. But originally, my whole thinking on this was 4:00. We meet here. Watch the movie. 2 hours later, we movies done,
Movies
great
done.
credits roll,
Right.
while credits roll, while credits roll, we set this thing up, this
Yeah.
Roadmaster thing, which
I
is
love the
not
Roadmaster.
in your frame, but it's right here to my left, and
yeah.
we set this thing up, get this going, get it to save how we need it to save,
Yeah.
all that stuff. And then
Cool.
from there, we do the podcast done, and then once
Then
we
we
get done,
edit.
and then we do the editing, which luckily we don't need a lot of
Nah, he doesn't
extensive
care,
stuff.
but like we
not
can
not
edit
at
it.
least with the first one. It's
Yeah, the
not.
first one.
So,
This is the first episode. This is
yeah,
just
this is the
start.
first episode. Yeah, this is just the
More in
start.
the future, we'll start
And
doing
we're
very funny
probably not gonna cut out a lot. I mean, if there's a conversation that goes way left
out,
field,
yeah.
we will probably
foul ball.
we will probably that will probably be taken out.
Yeah, that'll be
But-
taken out. Yes.
It will end up being it's otherwise, because we're shooting for keeping it within within an hour to an hour, maybe an hour 40, I think, for tonight. When it sounds to me, because I know I'm kind of running out of things to cover
Yeah.
for this show.
Yeah.
We're probably going to be wrapping it up soon,
Mhm.
but planning, that's a big thing.
Planning. Yes.
That's a huge thing, and it can ruin our day. So, best as an example of something to treat us equally, but understand and be flexible, the letting us know about things ahead of time
Please.
is very appreciated.
Very appreciated.
Very
Please.
appreciated.
Just tell if you're like, oh, I'm sorry, we're supposed to do this. We'll try again another day, or just let us know.
Right.
Like, still,
Especially if it's that. If you have to reschedule, tell us
now.
as long
Not now.
as you can, if you know, basically as soon as you know, ASAP, as soon as you know when something we planned changes, tell us.
Please.
Because don't wait until the time of, then we're just like, well, what am I gonna do for the day? And sometimes we won't do anything until the thing that we had planned, because it's like, if I start something, I will have to start that thing that I may not get back to, and it's a whole thing. Exactly. It's if
No
something
worries,
is
I'll flip the
canceled
table.
last second, we're like, no,
No,
what am I?
you-
Great. Now what do I do?
Not what I'm gonna do.
What do I do now?
What do I do?
My whole 2 hours is now
Wasted.
not really wasted. It's just you don't know what you're supposed to do, and then it takes us almost that long to figure out what we're going to do, because we have to sit there and because at first we're just sitting there, just being like, my plan. It's what am I supposed to do? It's done. It puts us in a little bit of a slump for a bit. And then once we get out of the slump and say, oh, I know what I can do, and some of that helps with, and some of that, sometimes when you go, I know what I can do, sometimes it's not necessarily a need. It's sometimes one of those things where it's like, oh, hey, I can play a game.
Yeah, I can just play my Nintendo Switch or my computer.
I can watch a movie.
I can just watch a movie on Hulu. I can
Then
watch
you sit
anything.
there. Then you sit there for hours watching your movie or watching your show and get nothing done in the day. Which is why I always, I don't know if you do this, but this is what I do. I always wait to do the stuff I enjoy doing at the end of my day after I've done stuff that's done something productive. Whether, especially in college, it's like, if I get at least one assignment done, I can say, okay, if I don't get more done, it's fine.
We just had a like, and it got retracted back.
I don't know. I don't know.
Please like the video. If you don't, I'll fight you.
No.
I'm joking.
Oh,
I'm
God.
sorry, I already said that thing. Please like the video and hit that subscribe button down below, please.
Yeah, that'll help my channel.
That'll help this channel,
That'll help my channel a lot.
I'm just here.
Last I checked, I was at 199.
Oh, you got
So,
200. Congratulations.
you know.
I subscribed to your channel.
Awesome.
Hey, 200 subs. What do they do
So
now?
I'm over 200 subs. So
Yeah.
that means I gotta have a 200 special figured out. But
Yay!
anyways, well, I'll cross that bridge later. So I think it's about time
yeah,
that
we
we
gotta
can
wrap this up.
wrap this up. So the next time we don't know exactly what movie we're going to talk about next time. It could be The Black Knight.
Could be.
It could be one of the movies I have access to here on Hulu. Well, it'll be either anything we watch is either something I have on DVD or on Hulu.
On Hulu,
because that is.
I just got back Hulu. Yay!
Yay!
Yay! Hulu! I love Hulu. So we'll think of our second episode. So.
So we'll have that figured out in the next couple weeks.
We'll figure it out. We got
And look forward to the edited version that is mostly audio with just no video.
No video.
No video.
I'm sorry, but you're lucky you're having us right in the video right there.
You will have to watch this whole 2-hour live stream after the fact.
One YouTuber left. God dang it.
So it's fun. It's fine. So yeah, thank you for watching and thank you for listening.
Yes, listening.
And we had a great time. I look forward to doing more of these because it lets us get our nerd out and not feel bad about it.
We don't feel bad about it. Like, yeah, I know the dorm's gonna be like, what are they two talking about?
What the heck are they talking about, man? They are going all over the place. We can hear them shouting and everything.
You're shouting here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
like,
this will be so fun for us, especially for the fact that we definitely seem like a good duo because this is awesome.
Yes.
And it makes life easier to communicate with doing the podcast talking bit too.
Yes.
Because we bounce off each other more easily
Yes.
and we can keep up with each other too.
Yes, we can.
So yeah. I hope. What was that?
Oh, is that? Hey, yo. Okay, never mind. Well, yeah. Thank you guys, and also turn on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. Please hit that for my boy.
Yeah.
He needs
so,
subscribers.
Yeah, I've been working on that. So thank you for listening. I know I said that earlier. Thank you for listening.
Yeah.
Look forward to the next ones, and you will know what the next topic is when it comes to movie franchise content. Next episode.
Next episode.
So goodbye. Hope you enjoyed and. Keep your ears and eyes open for the next one.
Next one. See ya, guys. Peace.
Until all are one. There we go.
There we go. Oh, yeah, remember. Hit that. Hold the record button.
Hold it. Saving
Boom.
is done.
Save.
And now we gotta end this. All right. Now make sure you subscribe to my channel. Look forward to the next videos. Look forward to other things I have coming out. I know I got drone videos from my drone class I've been doing, and I got the stop motion one. I
lost mine.
So
they removed it after the semester.
So take care and till all are one. Bye.
Bye.
There. Oh, geez.
You just you hit minimize.
There we go.